Hello everyone, GuardianE here with another live reaction and first impression video for Fire Emblem Heroes. Tonight we are getting the reveal of the next set of new heroes to drop into the game in just a few short days. I have the trailer pulled up here. I'm not looking at my screen, so I don't know who it is. As usual, we'll watch it together raw for the first time, then we'll watch it over a second time just to evaluate the new units and the banner as a whole. And just as a quick reminder, if you do enjoy the content that we put out, including Fire Emblem Heroes videos, and you would like to support the channel, please consider subscribing, leaving a like down below, and leaving a comment letting us know the types of content that you'd like to see from us going forward. And if not, thank you for just watching and coming along the ride. So let's get started with this. Wait for the title to leave here. Alright. Okay. New heroes join the battle. I think Thracia was on the table. A lot of people were speculating. No, Tearful Archer.
This hand mirror hanging from my waist is a keepsake.
Neimi. Oh, okay.
She was a cleric.
Sacred Stones. Rapid Crier Bow. A bond skill. We'll see what her weapon is like. Her skills just seem okay. Okay, this looks like a ninja. Rich Merchant. Rennac. Alright, Infantry Green Dagger Unit. Vicious Dagger Plus. Attack Speed Solo 4. Glimmer. Really not the best kit, as far as I can tell. And who's this? Okay, Capable Thief. Colm is going to be an Infantry Blue Dagger Unit. Quick Dagger Plus. Once again, wow, these are like the worst skills I've seen in a really long time. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Wait, a new Ascended Hero? Who could it... Is it another... Is it... Wait, who? What? Resolute Tempest. Joshua? Wait, Joshua? Wait, in Blade of Johanna, Life in the Green Future. Wait, so it's Joshua as an Ascended Hero? I mean, I guess they never really defined how Ascended Heroes were going to happen, but that's just kind of weird. Calling of Blood, okay. Anybody here? There is somebody here. I don't know who that is. I don't know Sacred Stones. I'm sorry, I don't know. Colm is going to be the 4-star focus unit of the banner, and of course you'll get an Ascended Floret or Ascendant Floret for getting the Ascended Hero, as usual. And of course there is going to be a Spark/Pity guarantee at the 40th pull, since it is a new hero banner. Wow. So, Joshua, huh? Interesting. Okay. Well, I can't feign excitement. I don't really know the characters on this banner. And honestly, their skills looked pretty awful. I mean, besides their weapons, we'll go ahead and take a closer look at them here. But it seems like a weird foray into the Ascended units that aren't Fjorm and Leigh-Yarn. Like, this is the introduction into, I guess, regular Ascended units. It's kind of fascinating to me. So, obviously one draw to this is that if you get Joshua and you can get him guaranteed, it looks like he's in the colorless pool, which is actually excellent because that means we have 2 Ascended units in the colorless pool, and so they're part of the regular summon pool, which does bolster, I think, the colorless pool in general. Of course, you can spark for this banner, and you can guarantee yourself Joshua, and in the process, guarantee yourself an Ascendant Floret. But yeah, I gotta admit, I don't know how to feel about this one. I guess they didn't really define how the Ascended Heroes were going to be introduced. So on the one hand, I'm excited because I think that introduces the new possibilities of all kinds of units getting Ascended versions, and you seeing them in cool upgraded ways. However, at the same time, there's nothing inherently unique about Ascended Heroes like Legendary and Mythic Heroes. They're not limited. The main draw to them is the fact that when you summon them, you get an Ascendant Floret, and they come pre-equipped with a Floret, basically. Like, you can basically give them 2 assets. So that's like, I guess, the main distinction, but it's not like a big distinction considering you can get florets and put them on anybody. So I don't know, I'm kind of wrestling with how I feel about that, but while I'm doing that, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the units themselves. So here is Neimi as an infantry red archer. She appears to have relatively delicate disposition and stature, large innocent doe-like eyes. I do adore the color of her hair. That flare of magenta is just really pretty. And I do like the color scheme itself. It feels very old school RPG. Like that purple and that green together with the golden armor, like all of that just kind of screams old school to me. So Rapid Crier Bow is the weapon, 14 might, effective against flying foes, of course. Grants speed +3. At start of turn, grants attack speed +6 to ally with the highest attack plus speed total for 1 turn. Excludes unit. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants +5 to all stats during combat, and grants bonus to units attack during combat equal to the total attack and speed bonuses on ally, with the highest total attack and speed bonuses within 3 spaces. What a roundabout description. Okay, well, it's definitely more support based. She's going to be providing a buff to two allies, basically, to one ally irrespective of their positioning, and another ally within 3 spaces. I don't know, it's just weirdly reliant on positioning and buffs, because she basically gives a +5 spectrum to an ally within 3 spaces, and then she gets bonuses to her attack based upon the boost that she gives her allies, and she gives a boost to her allies of +6 to attack and speed. So she can effectively get +12 attack to herself, which in and of itself, honestly, isn't like that remarkable considering the conditions in play. It's not a difficult condition to meet, it's just kind of annoying. Like, it just feels like there are a lot of stringent requirements, and at the end of the day, the benefit that you're getting is +12 to her attack, and then you're ultimately getting +5 spectrum to allies, and then +6 to attack and speed to somebody on the team who has the highest attack speed total. Moonbow for the special, speed res bond 4. If unit is adjacent to an ally, grants speed res +7 to unit and neutralizes penalties 2 speed res during combat. C-slot joint drive res. Yeah, I gotta say, her kit is not terribly exciting. There's not a lot that's remarkable here. Even as a support, I would say that there are better supports. She doesn't support herself enough. So I don't know. I feel like... So I gotta say, I feel like this isn't the best showing for old Neimi. Not really that impressed with what she has here.
Aim carefully.
Okay. That's some pretty special art, though. Here's Rennac as an infantry green dagger unit. I do like how he has kind of a debonair cavalier look to him. He's got, it looks like a key that's kind of rotating off of his finger. I don't know if that's implying that he got into somewhere where he wasn't supposed to go and he kind of snuck in. He has this smug smirk on his face. The color palette is very soft in general. Almost reminds me of kind of like a storybook illustration. So Rennac comes with Vicious Dagger Plus. It is inheritable. It's 12 might. If unit initiates combat, grants +5 to attack and speed during combat and neutralizes effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks during combat. You know, that's actually not bad, especially for an inheritable weapon. It doesn't have a ton of frills associated with it, but for a player-facing dagger unit, it has the things that you want. It has attack and speed built in, and neutralizing the ability to prevent your follow-up attacks is actually pretty valuable. Glimmer for the special, attack speed solo 4 and disarm trap 3. Yeah, honestly, just not terribly remarkable. Attack speed solo 4, I guess, is fine. You often see that on cavalry units just because of their tendency to overextend and therefore have the ability to enable the solo skill. But Vicious Dagger Plus isn't a bad option. That's definitely not a bad inheritable weapon to have. But otherwise, really nothing special here. And there he is. I like that quote. And again, he has that smile with kind of the back turn pose. That is kind of nice. Colm is an infantry blue dagger unit. He has his own kind of a knowing smile going on. I do like that his ponytail is kind of trailing behind him. The fact that his cloak at the end is kind of in tatters. It almost creates this wing effect behind him, which is really nice. He's kind of like walking nonchalantly. He's without like a care in the world. Definitely crisper lines and colors in general, especially in his hair compared to the rest of the banner so far. I like the fact that his boots match his vest. So I believe Colm is going to be a 4-star focus unit on the banner, and he certainly looks it with this kit. So Quick Dagger Plus is going to be an inheritable weapon, 12 might, at start of turn 1, grants special cooldown count -2 to unit. So this is actually going to be the general pool equivalent of Hot Springs Camilla's dagger. Which is okay. It's kind of nice for gimmicks, like for setting up turn 1 procs and things like that. But beyond that, it's not really that remarkable. Pivot for the assist, Moonbow, attack speed 2, and Attack Res Link 3. I mean, they didn't even give him reposition, they gave him pivot. Moonbow, I mean, more sources for Moonbow is okay. Having Quick Dagger Plus in the 4-star pool is not the worst thing. That's actually, again, you can have certain setups that can be very effective with certain kits and certain dagger units. So it is going to be a usable and oftentimes useful weapon to have for inheritance purposes. But rest of this kit is really just nothing special. And there he goes. I like that headstrong pose, leaping forward. And here is the new Ascended hero. It is going to be Joshua. I have to say that he looks, like, pretty fabulous. Like, I love the art here. It actually looks pretty amazing. Resolute Tempest. Yeah, so he is going to be an infantry colorless dagger unit. It's just beautifully exotic and flamboyant. It has that flair. As Joshua's hair, the locks of hair trail down from his hat, they have that fiery red effect. It just kind of glows, really. And again, the whole ensemble is just incredibly exotic. You have the greens and the golds and the red. It's very lush, very vivid in colors. The cape behind him, the scarf, whatever it is just flapping in the breeze. And then you have the colors coordinated with the peacock feathers that are streaming off to the side there. The multicolored sash, the tassels running down the hem. I mean, again, I think that design-wise, the outfit itself looks pretty awesome. I think he looks great. So as the Ascended hero, he has Blade of Jahana, 14 might, has a killer sling effect at start of combat if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, inflicts speed defense -6 on foe, and neutralizes foe's bonuses to speed defense during combat. Also, if foe in combat is in a cardinal direction of unit, foe cannot counterattack, but otherwise deals damage equal to 15% of foe's attack. That is so interesting. So you have a weapon condition that is bound to actually your positioning against the opposing unit. I don't think we've seen that before, and I don't know if this is something that's like a weird trick that is going to be Joshua specific, or if this is like a new kind of breed of condition that they're going to try to foster going forward. But irrespective of what it is, it's certainly interesting. So breaking it down, of course, he has an HP condition that's pretty easy to meet, 25%, very easy. Killer Slaying effect is awesome naturally. And the -6 to defense and speed just means he's going to double, or make it easier for him to double, and he's going to do more damage. All very, very good things. The cardinal direction versus not cardinal direction is just really interesting because you can pick and choose based on your positioning. And sometimes you can't choose, right? And sometimes you have to attack from a cardinal direction, or you can't attack from a cardinal direction, and you have to take one of the two buffs. But in situations where you have more freedom of movement, it's really fascinating because you can either take the additional damage or take the safe route, and I don't know, it's just kind of a very interesting and unique dynamic. Glimmer for the special, Life and Death 4, Null Follow-Up 3, and Green Feud 3, seeing more of the feud skills. If in combat against a green foe, disable skills of all foes, excluding foe in combat, inflicts -4 to all stats on foe during combat. During combat, disable skills of all green foes, excluding foe in combat. I don't think I've really talked about the feud skills at length, but I actually really enjoy them, and I'll tell you why. The reason why I like the feud skills is because they remind me of Triangle Adept in a big way. And in my mind, Triangle Adept, in a lot of ways, is an equalizer. So what do I mean by that? So Triangle Adept has been in the game since the very beginning. Breaker skills on the B slot have been in the game since the very beginning. And what these skills ultimately do is that they are so heavy-handed in what they do against a particular type that if you want to counter, or if you want to have on your team a specific counter, you can have these skills at the ready to put on a unit, and they'll be able to act as that counter. It also really helps to bolster older units that are a little bit more archaic, don't have all of the frills of newer units. Breaker skills, Triangle Adept, and these feud skills can really serve to obliterate what would otherwise be walking death on the other side of the team. And again, so I am a fan of them incorporating on the C slot once again a set of skills that are catering towards destroying a particular color on the map. Now, that said, I don't think that particularly fits in Joshua's kit by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still welcome to have it, I guess, available. So overall, I guess I would say that I'm intrigued by Joshua's weapon. I think in particular, the rest of his kit is actually pretty good, but it's his weapon that is a standout here that's just so fascinating to me. And I think, again, it's because of the multi-purpose utility that it brings to the table based on positioning. How that's actually going to play out, I mean, if you have the luxury of positioning him, that's going to give you a lot of options. However, there are going to be situations that are annoying where you're going to be forced to attack from a cardinal direction, and you would really have wanted that 15% of foe's attack based or added onto your damage. So I'm sure it's going to get annoying. Certainly, I think he's going to shine paired with partners and allies that are going to enhance his ability or enhance his movement. So if he can move additional tiles, if he can teleport, things like that, get into an attacking position that's more favorable for him, that's going to be where he shines the most. But again, I am just intrigued by it. I think he's going to be good. I do. If a little annoying. That special art is fantastic. I do think that Joshua's art is glorious. I will say that much. So starting on the 6th of January, and most likely extending for an entire month, even though it doesn't say it here, we are getting new heroes and Ascended Joshua. Sacred Stones banner full of characters that I'm really not familiar with. So admittedly, it's going to be a pretty easy pass for me, especially considering what's coming down the pipeline. We're going to get a double special hero banner that has Pirate, Hinoka, and Camilla that I'm going to have to summon on hard, and who knows what else is going on for the duration of this month. So there's a lot of things to look out for, and at the very least, there's no rush going in on this banner. The one big temptation is that Joshua comes with an Ascended Floret, which those are exceedingly rare right now. So the nice thing is that you can technically pull Joshua at any time. He is a new hero, and therefore he's not limited to the pool, although this is going to be the best opportunity to get him and get him guaranteed. The issue really is that the rest of the banner is really poor. I mean, I don't want to bash anybody's favorite character. Favorite characters are favorite characters. If you love these characters, go for them. It doesn't matter if their kits are bad. You can build them to be successful. That's always been my belief in this game. That being said, their default kits leave a lot to be desired in a lot of ways. Joshua is the standout of the banner, and even then, he has some weird idiosyncrasies that I think some people are going to be more annoyed with than enamored with, even though I think it's very fascinating. But anyway, all that being said, I think that this is not a must summon for sure. If you're fans of the units, go for it. If you absolutely need an Ascended Floret, go for it. But otherwise, I definitely think you can at the very least wait, if not skip entirely. But let me know in the comments below if you're excited for Ascended Joshua, if you're excited for the way Ascended units are being introduced, if you're excited for the rest of the banner. Sacred Stones fans, speak up. If you're going to be going in on this banner, who you're going to be going for. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you all so much for watching and for taking time out of your day to spend with us. We really do appreciate it. Certainly hoping you're all staying safe, healthy, secure, and united out there, and wishing the very, very best for you, your family, and your friends. And until next time, let's protect those skies.